The Newcastle United takeover has collapsed. The Ruben Brothers, Amanda Staveley and the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia have withdrawn their £300 million bid for the club. Now, there's been a lot of negative reporting since day one. It seems that has swayed possibly the delay in the paperwork being 16 weeks. 4 months to get to this point. 4 months. 4 months of dragging this out since April. Now, Steve Bruce has been coming out this week saying the lack of clarity on his position has been a problem and will continue to be so. The thing is, the media have been writing him off as manager in this regard for months. His position has been up in the air. They've linked Pochettino to come in, and Steve Bruce's position has been undermined. Now, whatever you think of Steve Bruce, that's not right. He has no knowledge of what's happening in the transfer window. He wants clarity on that, and I think that's affected the players. On the other issues, we know about the human rights allegations and the TV piracy debate. I think that's been a big sticking point. But the Premier League, the only thing to come out of the Premier League in recent weeks has been the concerns about the day-to-day running of the club and who will be the chairperson, be it chairwoman, Amanda Staveley, or chairman, or the Ruben Brothers, for example. That's been the main concern for the Premier League. But this is the hypocrisy of it all. Sheffield United has Saudi money involved. Man City is owned by the Dubai government pretty much, and Qatar is owns the PSG club in French League. So they've not been shy in taking Arab money before. Chinese money is awash in football. So the hypocrisy of this all, and the fact that until now they haven't cared where the money's come from. Look at Wigan Athletic and the mess they're in because of dodgy ownership. The fit and proper persons test has not been rigorously enforced for decades. Where does this leave Newcastle? Well, Mike Ashley clearly wants to sell. Otherwise, we wouldn't have got to this point. But this is 7 bids that we're aware of, including 3 involving Amanda Staveley, 2 involving Peter Kenyon. We know other bids are on the table. But the fact it's taken 16 weeks for this bid to get this far, crikey, before next season starts, will another bid be able to be completed? Questions have to be asked of the FA and the Premier League over their transparency in this entire mess. And Newcastle United fans deserve better. It will be interesting to see if a statement's released by Mike Ashley at any point about the takeover collapse, if a statement is released by the Premier League over the takeover collapse, and if another statement is released or any further information comes out of the takeover group about the reasons why this bid did not go through. I don't think there's been a lot of negativity from the media as well, which hasn't helped. But I do think Newcastle United fans deserve better. But we shall see what happens in the coming days and whether another bid gets put on the table. But the future is now very uncertain for Newcastle United. More uncertain than it has been in the last 4 years, where we know Mike Ashley has been keen to sell. We know that there are multiple bids that have failed, and we know that multiple bids are in the pipeline. But how long it would take to get to this point with another bid? It was meant to take 4 weeks. This is 16 weeks later. That is ridiculous. So questions have to be asked of the FA and the Premier League over why this bid collapsed. But that's all we know for now, is that the Ruben Brothers, Amanda Staveley, and the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia withdrew their bid at the 12th hour. Not the 11th hour, the 12th hour, because they were this close to taking the club over. But the lack of news coming out and the few statements that we've heard, well, it was going to be a matter of time before one side had to give. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts below. I'll have some more videos for you soon.